Hey everyone, and welcome to the training on account optimization. Sometimes when your ads have been running for a little while, maybe a few days or a week or 2 weeks, you kind of notice that they're not really getting any traction. You're not getting a lot of calls or emails or anything like that, and you want to make some changes to your ads so they run better. But it can be hard to figure out what exactly is wrong with your ads or why they're not performing. So I'm going to walk you through some things you can do to test and to try to make your ads perform better if you think they're not quite performing as well as they should. So this is one of our accounts that I'm going to use as an example here. This campaign is off. I turned the ad sets off, but let's turn the campaign off. This campaign is off, but we're going to just use this one as an example. I believe this is set at the campaign budget, but to double check, I'm going to go click edit. If you guys are not using a campaign budget optimization, I think that would probably be the first thing that I would do in optimizing the ads. If this is off, then that means you have set your ad budget at the ad set level, which means, the ad sets, maybe this ad set's spending $10, maybe they're all spending $10 each, or maybe you have this one at $10, this one at $15, or this one at $20 a day. But oftentimes, that's not the best way to set up your campaign because it limits Facebook. It tells Facebook that they can only spend that amount on this ad set and that amount on this ad set and that amount on this ad set. If you have the campaign budget optimization set up, that tells Facebook that, hey, this ad set might perform better than this one, so they're going to spend the majority of the budget on this ad set, versus having to spend X amount on this and X amount on this and X amount on this. It lets Facebook determine for itself whether or not your ad sets are working properly, and it lets them figure out which ad sets are going to perform the best. So if you do not have campaign budget optimization set up, go ahead and turn that on and set your daily budget. That's the first step that I would take in account optimization. The second thing I would do is go ahead and click into the ad group. If you only have one ad group with one audience, I would go ahead and instead of changing and editing that ad group, I would go ahead and duplicate it and just change the audience. The reason why we don't want to just edit is because then as we look at all that data, if I edited this ad group and added a new audience or expanded the age range, then all this data, it doesn't go away. It stays the same, or it will just keep adding link clicks and reach and impressions on top of it. And that can be misleading because, that ad set with the expanded didn't get 199 clicks. The original ad set got that. So I would go ahead and duplicate your ad set and then make the change in the duplicate. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to hit duplicate. Make sure it says original campaign. If you want to duplicate the ad set into a different campaign, you can click existing campaign or you can start a new campaign, but I wouldn't. So just click original campaign, one copy, so hit duplicate. And then it will open up and it says copy. So maybe you want to name it, combined ad set 3. And make sure that your naming conventions are the same. And I typically like to call the ad set some name that ensures that I know what it is without having to click in it. I think for some reason this one I didn't, but I would name your ad set, men and women ages 30 to whatever, and then try to give a brief description of what your audience is here. But you can name your ad sets whatever you want. And then in that duplicated ad set, you can go ahead and make the change to your targeting or to your location or to your age range, and then go ahead and hit publish. I'm going to discard that draft. Like I said, it's better that you duplicate the ad set because if you just edit the ad set and make the change, then you're not going to know. And if it starts working, great, but you're not going to know what made it work. You're not going to know if it's the change that you made that made it work, or you're not going to know if it's the original campaign just started to work. Go ahead and duplicate that ad set and then make the change on that duplicate. Another thing I would do is also, depending on what your daily budget is, make sure you don't have too many ad sets. I think if you're only running, a campaign at $5 a day, for example, you probably only want to do one ad set, maybe two max. If you're running maybe $10 a day, you could probably do, between 2 and 4 different ad sets with different audiences. But if you're only able to run, like $3 or $5 a day, if your budget is very, very low, make sure you only have, 1 or 2 ad sets max, because don't forget, Facebook is trying to use that daily budget across all ad groups, and it will allocate more budget to the one that's going to perform better. But if you're only spending $5 a day and you have 5 ad sets, then it's trying to share $5 a day between 5 ad sets, and you're not going to get very many impressions. Also, make sure in each ad set you only have 1 to 2 ads. The reason for that is if in each ad set you have, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 ads and you want to test them all, that sounds like a good idea, but it's not. Facebook is only going to pick the one ad, sometimes 2, but usually just the one ad that they think are going to perform the best, and it's going to run with that ad. And all your other ads will not get any impressions or any clicks because Facebook is not going to show them. I'll repeat that. When you have an ad set, make sure in that ad set you only have 1 to 2 ads that you're testing, because Facebook is going to pick a winner almost immediately, and it's only going to show that ad. It's not going to show any other ad. If you want to test, if you have a healthy budget and you want to test, 10 different ads, you have different images, you have different pictures, you have different text copy that you want to use, that's fine. But what you need to do instead is go ahead and in the ad set level, duplicate the ad group. And if the audience is the same, that's fine, but duplicate the ad group. And then in each of those ad sets, you can have those different ads. So if you have 5 different ads that you want to test, you need to have 5, maybe 3 to 5 different ad sets. I would probably do 5 ad sets each with running 1 ad. If you have 5 ads that you want to test, duplicate the ad set and then only run 1 ad per ad set. That way, Facebook is showing only 1 ad, and they're not competing against each other because all of these ad sets, this is where the budget is. Facebook's not going to pick a winner. You have more of an opportunity to share the budget based on the ad set level than on the ad. So if you have different ads that you want to test, duplicate the ad set and just put a different ad in each. On the ad set level, you can also test different ads. Again, you likely don't want to have more than 1 or 2 ads per ad set, but you can test different copy. You can test different headlines, you can test different descriptions, and you can even test different vanity URLs. So go ahead and do that, but just make sure that you don't have more than 1 to 2 different ads per ad set. Like I said, because Facebook will just choose a winner and only show that. So those are some of the things you can do to try to optimize your ads. Let us know if you have any questions. See you in the next video.